Have you ever considered how much of your life is influenced by the stories you're telling yourself? Imagine waking up every day to live out a script you didn't consciously write, one influenced by memories, emotions, and events long past. Deep within your subconscious lies a vast library of programs, automatic scripts written by your past experiences. These subterranean narratives, shaped by your thoughts and emotions of the past, influence how you perceive the world and how you respond to it today. Take a former client whose name I've changed, of course, but let's call her Sarah. After facing rejection during her childhood, she unconsciously developed a story that she wasn't good enough. Years later, even as a confident and successful professional, she found herself avoiding opportunities that involved public speaking. Why? Her subconscious program linked those situations to feelings of inadequacy, quietly influencing her choices without her conscious awareness. In fact, neuroscientists have identified that these subconscious programs govern 95% of our daily decisions. They shape what we see, assign meaning to events, trigger emotions, and significantly influence our perceptions of ourselves, others, and the world. When something in the present reminds our subconscious of a past experience, these stimulus response records spring into action, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors as if by an unseen autopilot. Here's a mind-bending idea. Your memories are not hard facts. They're stories. Stories you've created based on the meaning you've assigned to the facts. These personal narratives and stories, stored in your subconscious mind, significantly exert their influence to shape how you see yourself and create your worldview. Think about a time you and a friend recalled the same event, but remembered it entirely different. That's because your brain's filtered the experience through your unique lens of emotions, biases, and assumptions. However, these filters aren't static. They can change. And here's the exciting part. Understanding that your memories are stories means you can rewrite them, or at least the meaning to those stories. Consider Jake, a young entrepreneur, who once labeled himself terrible at numbers because of a poor grade in high school taking a math class. That single story shaped his reluctance to handle finances, holding back his business. But when Jake reframed his narrative, viewing the grade as an opportunity rather than a life sentence, he empowered himself to learn and grow. What would happen if you rewrote the stories that limit you? What if you challenged the doubts and fears that have caused you to shrink and avoid opportunities? Every experience you have goes through the ultimate editor, your brain. And while your brain is powerful, it's not always accurate. To process information more efficiently, your subconscious relies on cognitive shortcuts, patterns it recognizes from past experiences. These shortcuts, called cognitive biases, can help you reduce the mental load and create some relief from mental fatigue, but they can distort your view of reality. For example, confirmation bias might lead us to notice evidence that supports our existing beliefs while ignoring evidence to the contrary. I worked with a former client who is a talented graphic designer who has always dreamed of starting her own business. However, she believed she was not the entrepreneurial type. This belief stemmed from years of comparing herself to people in her social circle who she saw as outgoing and risk-taking, qualities she didn't associate with herself. When she started her business, her confirmation bias kicked in. She remembered the one time she struggled to pitch an idea in a meeting, but overlooked the countless times her designs were met with praise. She noticed articles that emphasized the risks of entrepreneurship, but skimmed past stories of people succeeding against the odds. Her brain, eager to maintain the status quo, filtered reality to align with her self-limiting story. We started to help her to challenge and to reflect on her assumptions. She started to unpack her beliefs and subconscious programs that entrepreneurs must fit a certain particular mold, a mold she didn't fit into. We started to identify quality and efforts of successful entrepreneurs that reflected upon her consistent creativity and problem-solving skills. Slowly, this client began to see her potential from a new perspective. By recognizing her biases, she has continued to rewrite her story. Instead of telling herself, "I'm not the entrepreneurial type," she started saying, "I have the skills and determination to learn what it takes." With this shift, she built the confidence to take small steps toward her goal. Over time, she launched her business, proving to herself that her old narrative was never the whole truth. This story illustrates how cognitive biases like confirmation bias can shape our reality, and how recognizing them can empower us to rewrite limiting narratives into ones that serve our growth and nurture our potential. You might be asking yourself, upon what source or knowledge do I trust to challenge or rewrite these distorted or limiting biases or narratives? Do I possess an intelligence that will provide me with the ability to tap into my deepest aspirations and transcend the gravitational pull of my old stimulus response programs? Yes, there is. Another kind of intelligence. Here's a game-changing idea. You are not merely a product of your past experiences, biology, or environment. While those factors undoubtedly shape aspects of your identity, they do not define the full scope of who you are or who you can become. Imagine tapping into a transformative pure intelligence, a deeper internal wisdom that transcends your past and certainly the constraints of your current circumstances. This pure intelligence is the part of you that remains unclouded by fear, doubt, or conditioning. It's the essence of your potential, the wellspring of creativity, clarity, and resilience that exists within every person. Unlike habitual thought patterns that are often shaped by external influences, this intelligence empowers you to break free from the mental scripts that keep you stuck. It's what allows you to imagine new possibilities and take bold actions, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Tapping into this intelligence involves quieting the noise of your conditioned mind, those limiting beliefs and stories you've internalized, and connecting with the deeper truths within you. It's the voice that says you are capable of more when your doubts insist otherwise. It's the awareness that allows you to see failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as an opportunity for growth. This wisdom enables you to reframe challenges as opportunities, to view yourself and the world with compassion, and to align your actions with your highest values. When you access this inner intelligence, it profoundly shifts who you believe you are and what you're capable of. You might find yourself letting go of a long-held grudge, realizing it no longer serves you. Or you may discover the courage to pursue a dream that felt unattainable because now you see yourself not as limited by your past, but as an ever-evolving being. This intelligence empowers you to rewrite your narratives, transforming your thoughts, changing your emotions and behaviors to reflect a deeper, truer version of yourself. In this way, your pure intelligence becomes a guiding force, enabling you to rise above the constraints of your history, biology, and environment. It's a reminder that while circumstances may certainly shape you, they do not define you, and that you have the power to reshape your life from the inside out. Awareness is the first step to transformation. By shining a light on the hidden influences in your life, your subconscious programs, cognitive biases, and untapped spiritual intelligence, you open the door to rewrite limiting beliefs into empowering ones, challenge biases for better decision making, harness your inner wisdom to create the life you desire and want to create intentionally. So what stories are you telling yourself right now? Are they aligning with your deepest aspirations? Or are they holding you back? Picture your life as a blank page, waiting for a new chapter. Reflect on the narrative shaping your choices today. Recognizing these stories are the first step toward rewriting them into something extraordinary. Again, you hold the pen. You have the power to reshape your reality. Trust your internal wisdom. Explore a deeper dimension of knowing and live your story with intention.